What's up, everybody? It's your boy Brandon Blakely, aka Brandon Lee TV, back with my co-host Jalen Gilkey. You might know him as Silky Gilkey on the airwaves, on the social media, wherever you get your news at. We back with episode 30, the Big 3-0, the Curry episode right now. Dukes of the Gridiron podcast with the Believe Network. Jay, we done made it 30 episodes, my guy.
I'm surprised they ain't canceled this shit, bro. We
Man, we
doing
still,
something right. We doing something right. Shout out to Blee.
you know what
Keep
I'm
believing.
saying? They
Keep
they
believing.
they they believe in us, man. They letting us rock how we want to rock, and we gonna keep it 100 with y'all on
We
every
for the people though.
segment.
We for the people.
You know what I'm saying? We for the people, we for the culture, man. Um, just a lot to unpack. I know specifically we are a football-based podcast, and I've mentioned that before, but we got that green light to talk about everything that's going on. And right now, ACC country, the biggest thing right now is happening on the hardwood. We got Duke right now who's making noise in the ACC, still trying to figure out their identity a little bit. UNC, on a 3-game winning streak since losing to Syracuse at the top of the league right now. Seems like if there are any contenders, if those are the two, I like Carolina's build though. I like what Hubie's done getting all these veterans. I think at times they play down to the competition though, and I think that's been one of their biggest issues. They find a way to win though, but RJ scoring 42, I don't know how consistent that's gonna be.
Hey man, I don't care how old RJ is, 23, 24, 25, 26. That boy put the ball in the bucket, and I mean he's special. He's best thing they got, of course. We already knew that. Like you said, they picked up 3 big wins ever since they dropped to Syracuse, trying to right the ship. But like we said many a times before on the pod, the tournament is all about who has a guard that can fill it up. And boy, I tell you what, RJ filled that thing up yesterday. I mean, one of the greatest performances in Carolina history, right? Think about the names that are attached to Carolina basketball, right? And for him to do what he did, it was special. I'm not gonna lie. It was special. And
No,
I'm trying to find this stat real quick. It was about the game last night. Let me see if I can pull it real quick. But just give me a little bit more about what
yeah,
you saw
bro.
last night and what you're thinking from the ACC in
Honestly,
general.
man, I love what I saw from RJ. I think he's really taking that step forward with Caleb being gone. And shout out Caleb Love because he's in the running for Pac-12 player of the year. Like he's having a great
Mhm.
year. This is no shade to him. This was a great move for both programs, I think.
Yeah.
He's doing, but RJ finally got the keys, man. I think he's finally at that point where he can rock out. Kadu is a better backcourt mate, I think, for his game because
Yeah,
now
let RJ get off instead of trying
yeah,
to bump heads with Caleb about
we had
trading
two,
shot.
you know what I'm saying? They had 2 combo guards in the backcourt. Now they got 1 combo guard mixed with a true point guard. You
All right,
got your
ready?
stat? Yeah.
RJ Davis scored 42 of UNC's 75 points last night. This was the first time a Tar Heel outscored the rest of his team since January 29th, 1983, when Michael Jordan scored a career high 39 of UNC's 72 points over Georgia Tech. That game happened to be in Greensboro. Carolina won that game 75-72.
Man, when you get mentioned in the same breath as
His airness?
you know what I'm saying, the dude that's got the logo on your jersey, you're wearing his shoes. When you in that conversation, that's different. But
And I
I
do believe
agree,
this is the
man.
first 40 ball for UNC. I think the last person to do it was Tyler
I'm
Hansbrough.
about to say it's been a while. It's been a little while, man.
And that was Tyler Hansborough's freshman year.
That freshman year, that boy sent JJ Redick and them Duke boys home on senior night. I'll never forget that one. But that's great company, dog. I ain't gonna lie. That was more so when I was a fan before the journalism thing. It was real personal back then. It was real personal back then. But no, I love seeing I love Harrison Ingram. I think we talked about it on the last pod how QB caught a lot of flack with all the guys leaving. And he has restocked this roster. And I think he's found a group of guys that have gelled really well. Cormac Ryan has been pretty good. I think they have the best chance. I think for me, and you definitely feel free to share your thoughts on it too. But I feel like the floor for this team. Like the worst they should do is an Elite Eight appearance. If
Yeah,
they
for
they
sure.
get hot, you know what I'm saying? A championship should be in the goals.
Absolutely, bro. I mean, this team, like you said, floor should be Elite Eight. Just because of the experience that this
Mhm.
team has. I mean, all your key pieces have already played in the national championship game, have already been where you're trying to go. So they already know what it takes and requires, winning on one of the greatest shots in Carolina history with the Caleb Love three to beat Duke in the Final Four. So all the formula's there.
Yeah.
A coach that's been around for a long time, has already led a team to a championship game, knows what, is a part of the UNC fabric and the identity. So,
Mhm.
like you said, Elite Eight should be the floor for Carolina this year. I think they should lift the ACC title, tournament title as well up in DC. And if they don't do that, then I think this is going to be an alarming march for the Heels. You know who I really like though. That's going to make a lot of noise in both the ACC and the NCAA's. I'm telling you, it's Wake Forest, bro.
Hey, you said it last week too, man. They got that big upset dub. What was your initial thoughts when you seen Kyle Flukowski pull that Caitlin Clark run into the fan again? That was crazy. That was the most
You got
unnecessary
to think though,
movement.
bro. You got to think though, bro. He's 6'10", so you can't say like he's stepping in this dude's way. Like we can't even imagine what his gait is like. He wears a size 15, 16, 17 shoe. You know what I'm
He
saying?
a
Like
big fella. You ain't
these
lying.
are measurements we can never even say. Like we can't even imagine. Oh, that's not a natural movement. How could you say that, bro? He's 6'10". Like
Yeah.
I think the fans was reckless. I think there was no time for them to get off the court. Like there was no for him to be on the side furthest from the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Because my guy Brian Hall was there for the court storm, had all the video from the court storm or whatever.
Okay.
The distance he was at from opposite of the bench to how fast the kids were on the court,
Yeah.
he had no chance to get there. Now, did I think he sell it a little? He sold it a little
He's
bit, yeah,
old.
for sure.
He's old. But
Do I
at
think
the
he's gonna?
same
You know what
time,
I'm saying? But like it was
I
it was dangerous though. That was dangerous.
yeah,
Like that
I
was
mean,
that
and you
was
know, you know how the Joel is set up. Like you can get on the court very quickly. Like it ain't that. It ain't hard to storm the court there, man. The fans are kind of on top of you. I agree. He did sell. Is this gonna stop court stormings? Like I feel like Shire and them was. I don't know, man. I feel like Shire ain't got the. He don't have the clout right now to come out and say. Like you're not Coach K, you can't just kill a culture and be like no more court storming. Like
right.
I don't think he's there yet.
No, I don't think he is either. I don't think he was the guy to really speak on it. But I mean, there's a lot of guys around college basketball that spoke out on it.
Mhm.
So I mean, it is an issue. It is a thing. I think there needs to be a more efficient and highly effective way for that to take place. But what's crazy? Again, my boy Brian was there, right?
Mhm.
Sorry, I just got a fraud alert text on my phone.
Oh man, they stay penetrating, perpetrating.
But it's crazy. It says truest alerts, but I don't have a truest card, so I'm confused.
Hey, bro, they trying to get you up out of delete, delete,
This is some
delete,
crazy. This is some crazy stuff going on here.
delete.
But this is we'll say this is in real time here. So I was confused, but yeah. So Brian said before the game, because he get to all the games 17 hours before they start if he can. He was in there. He said they was practicing for the court storm, like with security.
Okay,
What they
so
just got.
that makes sense though, because I saw people talking about that on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, like how they should have practiced something like that. So they actually
He
did.
said he said he saw him before the game. They was practicing like a court storm, but security be 60, 65 in these college arenas. These folks can't keep up with these young whippersnappers.
Nah, you ain't lying, bro. Them kids got on the court fast. You know, it's personal. You get that win over Duke and the Joel. It's been a little minute. Number 18.
After playing them close too, they played them close the first time.
Yeah,
So
they played them close in Durham. They definitely did. Um, man, it was a good game, man. Wake has really been really good at home. They've really been good at home. I love Hunter Sales, Reed the third. Like they got
Hunter Salas is that boy.
Hunter
Hey,
Salas. That man is the
he's that
truth.
he that boy. He's really
Big
cold.
time
They got
transfer.
Yeah, Salas. I like Hildreth, the big redhead. I like Damari Monsanto, shooter. I like Big Carr, Andrew
Mhm.
Carr. I
Yeah,
like him.
yeah,
And then if Efton Reed, another transfer, they
yeah.
got pieces.
I like
I
Epic
don't know how
Reed.
much depth they have. And Boopy Miller running the show. I don't know how much depth they have. But if Salas can get going, if he can get you 22, they could win a couple of games for sure in the tournament. For
Yeah,
sure.
like you mentioned that guard play, and I think Forbes has done a great job of going in the
He's a
portal.
great coach, ain't
You know what
he,
I'm
man?
saying?
He seemed
He's
like a great
bringing
coach.
it. He is, man. He's hard. Like they play hard. They're hard nosed. They mirror him on the court, man. He's got the culture. He's got tie dye nation back. Like I was just watching it and thinking about when I was a kid, talking to one of my homies while we was watching it. Like, man, this remind me of like when Jeff Teague and Al-Farouq Aminu was in the building. Like,
Yeah, bro.
you know
I
what I'm
think it
saying?
was their first sellout in 7 years.
Dang, man, I love that, man, because it's different. It's back. College basketball is better when the Joel is rocking and Wake Forest is competitive.
Yeah, for sure.
It
Yeah,
really
the
is.
conference is better, the sport is better. Like you said, whether that be Jeff Teague, whether that be Chris Paul, whether that be Josh Howard, whether
Mhm.
that be give me one more, Tim Duncan, whether
Yeah,
that be it don't matter. And I had another one too,
I was thinking.
Randolph Childress.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Randolph Childress. There it is. But
Tough.
yeah,
It's the most famous crossover in ACC history. Dropped him.
didn't Josh Childress go there too?
Nah, he went to Stanford. Remember, he was
He
on
did
the
go to Stanford.
he was on the cover of the NCAA basketball with the
He
fro.
was. He was. He
Bro,
was.
had
He
the
was definitely
fro.
with Stanford. Definitely with Stanford. Definitely with Stanford.
No,
Definitely with
man.
Stanford.
No, the AC. I mean, but speaking of, Stanford will be in the ACC next year, so that's crazy too. Like, just
Crazy.
looking
And
at
did you
that.
see that they said only 15 of the 18 teams are going to go to the tournament every year?
Oh, in
The
the
top 15
ACC.
teams in the tournament are going. Yeah,
Oh man, that's
because they
ugly.
weren't able to work the brackets out with 18.
I don't like that, bro. I live for the
The,
upset.
the, the bottom three, the bottom
Oh,
three
so I
can't
mean,
come
we
in.
Boston College.
But I don't think. See, the thing is, so it's like the bottom three can't come, but you can't miss 2 years in a row.
Okay. I mean, that's kind of a. I mean, that's
Yeah, but it's
weird
still
though.
it's funky though. It's
Yeah,
funky
I don't like
because
that.
like if I'm what 14 and then it's Boston College and who else at the bottom?
I
Virginia
think
Tech.
And Cal gonna be in the bottom. They coming. They gonna be in
Yeah,
the bottom.
you know what I'm saying. So if I'm Boston College and I'm Cal and I'm that's 15 and 16, I missed 2 years in a row, and I'm the 14 seed, whoever say Pitt. Why
Mhm.
I got to miss the tournament because these boys didn't. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's crazy. That's I don't know. I don't like that, bro. That's nasty work. Hopefully they figure something out more effective to include all the teams because man, the ACC tournament is special. And it's been in Carolina forever. It's done made its way up to New York. Like it's been around, and they're making memories. And then looking at the other side, I know we kind of touched on Duke a little bit, but it feels like that's a squad that's still kind of trying to find their identity, but guard play, they have that,
If Jared McCain goes crazy,
Jared
if he go
McCain,
crazy, then you there.
you know what I'm saying? Like he can really shoot it, man. Tyrese Proctor out there putting in work. And then of course you got Flip. I don't know, how severe his injury was. They carried the big fella off the court. He was looking like Paul Pierce when they was putting him in the wheelchair. I don't know. He was he was like, I don't know, bro. I don't know how he
But
going.
I think Jeremy Roach will be able to lead this Duke team to the eight. I think they could lead them to the eight.
Yeah, I like Roach, man. Like he's really proven himself this year. Like he was solid last year. But he was kind of in like that Greg Polish role. Now, like, bro's a
Mm-hmm.
bucket. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's doing
Yeah,
his thing. I like him.
Greg Paulus,
Yeah, he had that role. They always got the dude in there, the momentum change. He gonna come take a big charge. He'll make a three if he open.
John Shire.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like they always gonna have that guy. I forgot the Thornton kid that was there. I think it was Tyler Thornton, the blockhead dude that was
Yeah,
there for like
yeah.
5 years. Yeah, like they always got a guy like that wouldn't start nowhere else in the ACC. But he found a way to get on Duke's court, man. They always got a guy like that. And Roach is that guy.
I like Roach though. I think he could start at a lot of schools in the ACC. First of all, let's clear that
Nah,
up.
nah, not him. I'm saying he better than that. That's how I felt about him last year. Now, nah, he's certified. He's certified now.
Yeah. So we'll see, man. Like I said, Coach Shire got a hell of a job on his hands. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and how Big Flip, heals up.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. I'm excited to see them. I think the ACC, they got a few teams, Clemson, Pitt, Wake Forest that can make some noise in the tournament. So we'll see, man. I know another team that's fighting for their tournament lives right now that have kind of been disappointing are the USC Trojans. New
Oh,
with
their tournament life is dead. They dead.
you know what I'm saying? They're terrible right
They're dead.
now. They've been dealing with injuries, but when you get the number one player in the nation, Isaiah Collier, out there, Boogie Ellis is a bucket. Like there was just a lot of expectations. He's a kid that was gonna go to Duke or and switched up. But of course, all eyes are on Bronny James. When we heard that they had two incoming really good freshmen, I wasn't thinking Juju Watkins was gonna be the most famous basketball player at USC this season. I knew she was the goods, but I just expected more from Bronny, and I want to give him the benefit of the doubt because the start of his college career was nuts with him
Yeah, I
collapsing.
mean, he got derailed,
Yeah,
during
like that
football season.
that was
Basically, his
crazy.
season got cut in half off the
Yeah,
top. So
that was crazy, bro. And he easily could have walked away and never dribbled the ball again and been good. But he fought back, came back, and we've seen some flashes. He started some games, but ESPN has announced that they've taken him off their mock draft now. And mock drafts, you gotta take it with a grain of salt. But at the same time, there is some truth to him. But looking at it, like, is he being evaluated fairly right now?
I mean, I just think, when the whole medical situation kind of came down, I think that was kind of the end of the one and done for Bronny. Just because we got things that are more important. You got to be able to learn how to walk again and get back up on your feet and run and be comfortable getting in exercising and being in
Yeah,
physicality and all of those type of things that come with a sudden cardiac incident. So I mean, my expectations were tempered so early. Like once that news came down, I was okay. Well, this has become a 3-year project now, and so that's how I'm looking at it. That's the lens I'm looking at it through. I'd love to see the kid, be able to reach his dream and do the things that he wants to do. So I don't care about ESPN's mock draft and how they pulled him because I think that was inevitable before
yeah.
basketball season even started, just because of the whole situation.
Yeah, I love how Braun has come out and being what we expect, a supportive dad, just letting them know to keep putting in the work because the athleticism there, the genes are there, like the talent is there, but it
He's
takes time.
stupid bouncy, bro. He's
Yeah,
super bouncy. Cause
yeah,
he's
like
really he's about 6'3",
he like yeah,
maybe.
like 6'3", 6'4" on his best
But
day.
he's explode. He's so fast, and he's like when he go to the cup, like he jump, you be like,
Oh
oh,
yeah, head
like
above the
you could
rim.
fly, you could
Yeah.
fly. Like
Yeah, nah, Bronny's the real deal, man. I think, one and done was a lot of pressure. Get a kid time to develop, give him time to become a leader for that USC team. And then, let's see what goes on with the NBA route. But nah, I feel it, man. I see the flashes. I know it was a lot of people even last year when he was named a McDonald's All-American that felt like, he didn't deserve it. But
folks always hating, bro.
yeah, man, like, if his
Folks
name,
always hating, and because we know the name that they were saying who deserved to be there instead, but you
yeah,
know, them folks knew something that we didn't know. They coming down the pipe now. You know what I'm saying? Like let's not compare everybody's journey. Let's not, everybody's journey isn't the same. No, everyone doesn't find their identity and then who they are and what they're gonna be and how they're gonna do it at the same time or when you expect them to do it. You know what I'm saying? When they develop and become who they're supposed to become, that's what it is. Like we can't rush it just because this is what you feel like we want or this is what you expect from people. Like the world don't work like that. You need to worry about yourself and get your
facts.
job done.
Hey, that's a free game right there. That's some life advice for y'all right
Write it
there,
down.
man. Take some notes, man.
You know what I'm
Speaking
saying?
of,
Because truthfully, like I'm not gonna say my experience was the same as Bronny, but like
yeah,
I come from the lineage of this. My dad played pro ball, so like
uh-huh,
I know what that pressure like. You know what
them
I'm saying? I know what,
expectations.
yeah, I know what that feel like. You know what I'm saying? And I know when you tell people you doing something else, I know the looks that you get. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
and the questions that you get. So I don't ever expect nobody to just be great because this is who they born to. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. You got to put that work in. You got to do what you got to do, and you got to follow your path.
that's what I think too is like the hardest thing when you in that situation is carving out your own path and making your own name.
Mm-hmm. for sure.
Most
Because
definitely.
I remember this. It was my sophomore year. I remember this clear as day. And we was hitting. I came up. And I'm playing. Came up bases loaded, and this is dude. One of the dudes. And this matter of fact, this was my freshman year. One of the older kids came down, was watching the game because I was on JV watching the game, bases loaded. And I'm on deck and I'm warming up. I'm warming up. And he like, yo, look at me. He like, just nice, easy swing. Nice, easy swing. They need you. Said, you're not your dad. Don't try to be your dad.
Yeah.
I'm like, fam, what are you talking about? Like, I'm gonna do what I do, just hit. And I went up there and I hit me a guy. I don't know what our profanity uh
What the rate is that?
what our policy
What's the
is. You know,
cap?
what's our policy on that? But anyway, I went up there, did what I needed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I came back, and after I ended up not scoring, but I did what I needed to do, and I came back, and Buddy tried to give me a high five, and I just flipped him double bird, bro. Like, what you talking about? Like, don't worry about me. I got this. So, but that's just something simple. Can't can't try to project and
Mm-hmm.
put your feelings or what you see for somebody else. It don't work like that. Life don't work like that.
No, most definitely, man. Like you said, you got to walk your own path. You got to figure out, what works for you. And I know before we go out, speaking of figuring out their identities, carving their own paths right now, one of the hottest teams in the NBA that's been fun to watch the last 3 weeks, maybe we could say, since the All-Star break ended, the Charlotte
A week and a
Hornets.
half.
Them Charlotte Hornets about the last two weeks, last 3-4 games. You know what I'm
There
saying?
you go. There you go.
And
Must see TV. Must see TV. Them last three.
the last 3 games, man, it seems like the boys don't remember how to play basketball, man. I love the development of B Miller, man, because it was a lot of people, and I went on a lot of podcasts where they was telling me that Brandon Miller wasn't gonna be the pick and that Scoot Henderson needed to be put next to Melo instead of this 6'8" do it
Which
all.
makes no sense.
Made no sense to have 2-point ball dominant guards in the same lineup.
Why
They
not go 2-6? Why not go 2-6-7, 6-8 guards? And one's a real point, and one's a bucket.
Yeah, can then don't necessarily need to dribble the air out the ball to get a bucket in that case. But we seeing it, man. I think we're seeing the potential, but I feel like it could come to a point where kind of how the Pelicans are right now, where they might have to choose between Bi and Zion. It might get to that point where the Hornets might have to make a decision between Melo, who they have under contract, but also B Miller.
Already maxed out.
Yeah, like he done got his bag already, so he's good. But I mean, I'm looking at that like franchise player label, and with the NBA, man, the roles shift so frequently, man. Like it's looking like Brandon Miller might be the guy to build around, and not excluding Melo, but like maybe Miller's that number one option, that number one guy.
I love everything about the kid's game, man. Every time I watched him play in college, I said, "This is the guy. He's a guy." You know what I'm saying? Like it's just so easy, so smooth. That's what you're looking for. Seamless buckets. We don't need guys that's working hard to get buckets. We need
Yeah,
guys that's getting buckets, burning as little energy as possible because 82 game season and you got to guard possibly another guy that's going to give you 24, 25 a night. So we
yeah.
need you to score as easy as possible. That's what Brandon Miller does. So I think it's a great pairing. I love the way the development and the maturity of the team has kind of come along this year.
And
I
Grant
love,
Williams, man, him himself
yeah,
was big. I think those pickups.
yeah, man. I like how LaMelo and Brandon working together, playing together, feeding off each other. Um, like you said, LaMelo dealing with injury every now and
Yeah.
again, but Brandon Miller's that guy. And I mean, I was really, like I said, really big on him coming out the draft.
Mm-hmm.
I like Scoot in the game he brought. I just didn't think he fit Charlotte because you
Yeah,
already
it was
had,
just more of a fit than a
yeah,
talent. Like,
yeah. So, but I'm glad Brandon Miller's being able to overcome and you know everything he dealt with and still be able to achieve his goal, and
hmm
do what he wants to do and live his dreams. And now he's taking off. He's showing
yeah,
he got potential to be a possible all-star player the way he hooping. He banging on folks, knocking down threes,
man,
dropping down. He doing everything, man.
yeah, do it all
He
with
giving
him.
people a reason to go to the Spectrum Center, man. We don't really have that.
Yeah, most definitely, man. I think there was so much talk about Wimby, like everybody else in this class. just it felt like people just wasn't really even interested to see like what these other players could
Anything
develop
else?
into.
It's
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That felt like nobody wanted to look at nothing else.
Yeah, so I think that's what we're saying. But shout out B Miller, man. I think he's doing an excellent job. The Hornets bringing it together. Jay, before we get out of here, man, any parting shots?
Free Steve Wilkes, man. Free Eric Bieniemy.
I'm glad he
What's
came out and spoke up for himself and said he ain't get fired.
yeah, I'm glad to hear that too. Free B Wilkes, so Steve Wilkes. Free Eric Bieniemy. Free Justin Fields.
For sure.
Um,
For sure.
who else we need to see free? We need to see free right now. Free De'Aaron Fox, man.
Oh man. That's
I
how
don't,
we
I don't think they got it. No, I don't think they
oh
got it.
after the
Free
record
De'Aaron
breaking
Fox.
year last year. They having some
I
ups and downs.
I don't think they going. I don't think they'll ever be able to get over the mountain out there, over the hill out there. You know, it's just too much talent. And last but not least, let's see. Who else we going free last? This one gonna be a little hot take. I should free Ant Edwards.
Oh my gosh.
Free
Them,
Ant Edwards.
the
I know he not gonna want to go nowhere because that's just his makeup.
yeah.
But free Ant Edwards, bro. We gotta get you. We gotta get you somewhere. We can't. Your second best player can't be Cat, bro. It can't be.
The future of the league right there, future face of the league. Yeah, Cat. I
Can't
just
be Cat.
man, I don't. It's not even a talent thing. It's just a mentality. Like I don't know if that's
Yeah,
the guy you want to go to war with.
you know what I'm saying. Like you in the trenches. Like we back to back right now. We
Hmm.
shoot to the drum empty, to the gun hot.
Yeah,
Is that?
no retreating.
Is, is he gonna empty the clip?
I don't think so.
He coming back with bullets.
I don't think so. They need to get him somebody a little bit meaner to play with.
This might be a little too. This might be a little too urban for the Dukes of the Gridiron, but you go to the shootout, you come back, and your partner got bullets.
Oh man,
You
he
looking
ain't
at him
bust his
sideways.
clip.
Motherfuckers, I still got 4 more. What you
uh,
saving them for?
that boy on the sideline watching. What you saving him
What you
for?
saving them for? Next time tomorrow?
I would say he got him on reserve.
We say allegedly.
Jay, oh my gosh. Let him know where to find you at on social media, dog.
All platforms, man. Silky Gilkey, SILKYGILKEY. No E in the Silky. SILKY.
Keeping it smooth, straight like that. Y'all
You
make sure
heard?
to give my guy a follow, man. The one, the only. And y'all make sure to hit that subscribe button for all the latest and the greatest. That's a wrap for us. Episode 30, baby. We still going.
30.
Big 3-0. Until next time. Hey, we out.